The World Cup is the greatest show on earth, a tournament that for almost 100 years has produced magic, heartbreak and history in equal measure. Today we are counting down 10 of the very greatest moments the competition has ever given us, the kind that still send a shiver down the spine decades later. So settle in, because this is a journey through everything that makes football the most beautiful game in the world. Number 10. The year is 1950, in Brazil. The United States, a team of part-time players, a mailman, a dishwasher and a teacher among them, walk out to face England, one of the favorites and the proud inventors of the game. Nobody gave the Americans a prayer. Yet a single header from Joe Gaetjens in the first half gave them a 1-0 lead, and somehow they held on. Back in England, some newspapers were so sure it was a mistake that they printed the score as 10-1. It remains one of the most unlikely results the sport has ever seen. Number 9. 1958, in Sweden. A slim, shy 17-year-old stepped onto the biggest stage of all, and within 90 minutes he changed football forever. His name was Pele. In the final against the hosts, he scored twice, including a moment of pure genius where he flicked the ball over a defender's head and volleyed it home before it could touch the ground. A teenager had announced himself as the future king of the game, and the world would never forget him. Number 8. 1970, in Mexico, considered by many the finest tournament ever played. Brazil were chasing perfection, and in the final against Italy they found it. Their fourth goal, finished by captain Carlos Alberto, came at the end of a flowing move that involved almost the entire team, 9 players touching the ball before Pele rolled it calmly into the captain's path. Alberto arrived at full speed and thundered it into the net. To this day it is remembered as the greatest team goal ever scored. Number 7. 1986, in Mexico again. Diego Maradona picks up the ball inside his own half against England. What happens next belongs in a museum. He spins away from one player, glides past a second, then a third, leaving half the England team sprawled on the grass before he rounds the goalkeeper and rolls the ball into an empty net. It was later voted the goal of the century, and astonishingly it came just 4 minutes after his infamous hand of God, when he punched the ball into the net and got away with it. Number 6. 2002, in Japan and South Korea. 4 years earlier, Brazil's Ronaldo had suffered a frightening collapse on the very morning of the final, and played like a ghost as his team lost to France. The story could have ended in tragedy. Instead, in 2002 he returned for redemption, and in the final against Germany he scored both goals to win the trophy. The image of Ronaldo, arms outstretched, finally at peace, is one of the most moving in the tournament's history. Number 5. 2010, in South Africa. Spain, for all their talent, had never won a World Cup. In a tense, bruising final against the Netherlands, the game looked certain to be decided by penalties. Then, deep into extra time, Andres Iniesta controlled the ball inside the box and lashed it into the corner. An entire nation erupted. Spain were, at long last, champions of the world for the very first time. Number 4. 2014, in Brazil. The hosts, carrying the hopes of 200 million people, met Germany in the semifinal. What unfolded was almost beyond belief. Inside the first half hour, Germany were leading 5-0. The final score was 7-1. Grown men and women wept openly in the stands. It was the night that Brazilian football, the proudest in the world, was brought to its knees on its own soil. Number 3. 1966, in England. The hosts faced West Germany in the final at Wembley. Geoff Hurst scored 3 times, the only hat-trick ever recorded in a World Cup final. His second goal, which crashed down off the underside of the crossbar, is still argued about to this day. Did it cross the line or not? As fans began to spill onto the pitch in the final seconds, a commentator delivered the most famous line in English football: "They think it's all over, it is now." Number 2. Back to 1970, and back to Brazil. That side, featuring Pele, Jairzinho, Tostão, Gerson and Rivellino, is regarded by many as the single greatest team ever to play the game. They won every match on the way to the title, attacking with a freedom and joy that has rarely been matched. When they lifted the trophy for a third time, they were given the original trophy to keep forever. And number 1. 2022, in Qatar. The one prize that had escaped Lionel Messi across his entire glittering career was the World Cup. In a final that many call the greatest of all time, Messi scored twice, Kylian Mbappe answered with a stunning hat-trick, and the two traded blows until it went all the way to penalties. When the winning kick finally hit the net, Messi sank to his knees, and a story decades in the making had its perfect ending. The greatest player of his generation had completed football. Before we finish, a few honorable mentions that just missed our list. Roberto Baggio's penalty sailing over the bar in 1994. Zinedine Zidane's astonishing headbutt in his very last game in 2006. Senegal stunning the champions France on the opening day in 2002. And the United States goalkeeper Tim Howard making a record 16 saves in a single match in 2014. Any one of them could have made the top 10 on another day. So there you have it, 10 of the greatest World Cup moments of all time. But football is endless argument, so tell us in the comments which moment gave you goosebumps, and which one you think we left out. If you enjoyed this, follow Stoppage Time, where we bring you the stories, the stats, and the legends of the World Cup every single day. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.